The all-new 2020 Mahindra Thar SUV looks gorgeous and drives well, both in the city as well as off-road, though people buying this beauty will be driving it a lot beyond the ordinary roads. In this video, we shall be explaining to you about the Thar's off-roading features and, most important, how do you engage the two four-wheel drive modes, the 4H or 4 high and the 4 low or 4L. Let's start by explaining to you this four-wheel drive feature. Just next to the gear lever on the floor, you will see a small lever. This is the one that needs to be engaged while you need to go off-roading. Now, if you do not engage them correctly and use them incorrectly, you may even end up destroying your transfer case. Now, what is a transfer case? Very briefly put, in order for the four-wheel drive mechanism to work, a transfer case has to be part of the drivetrain. The transfer case transfers power from the transmission to the front and rear axles by means of drive shafts. Basically, it ensures that the engine power is sent to the front and rear axles. The 2020 Thar we are driving here has an all-new BS6 compliant 2.2-litre M-Hawk diesel engine which produces around 130 bhp and 320 Newton meters of torque. This model has also a 6-speed torque converter automatic transmission. The Thar has a manual shift 4x4 transfer case with low crawl ratio. Other features include a body-on-frame construction, independent front suspension and multi-link rear suspension setup, mechanical locking differential on the rear axle and brake locking differential. The mechanical locking differential automatically locks the differential on the rear axle in low traction situations when a wheel speed difference of around 100 rpm or more is detected across the axle. Technically speaking, this feature, which has been there in the Thar for the last few years, prevents a wheel spin. Now, what is a brake locking differential or BLD? Now, apart from controlling wheel spin, there is also a need to control the wheel speed side to side across a driven axle. That's where the brake lock differential comes into play. BLD is not bothered how fast the wheels are turning. It ensures that they are turning at the same speed. The new Thar gets BLD on the front axles and mechanical locking differentials on the rear axle. There are few things one needs to keep in mind while deploying your four-wheel drive modes, whether it is shift on the fly or manual. While driving at speeds between 25 km per hour to around 95 km per hour, you can shift from your two-wheel drive mode to 4 high without stopping the vehicle. You can also start your journey on a rough terrain by deploying the 4 high mode. The 4 high mode gives you more traction on all 4 wheels, and this is for terrains like slippery roads, snowy or icy roads, gravel, rocky roads, rough terrain, etc. 4 high also allows your vehicle to drive at fast speeds while power is sent to all 4 wheels, providing your vehicle with better traction than an ordinary two-wheel drive. Now, coming to 4L, this is a 4-wheel mode where your traction is switched off and a low gear ratio is being used. The vehicle wheels will turn a lot slower than they would be in high range. There is more torque available to the wheels. In order to deploy this, you have got to come to a halt. Put the vehicle in neutral, depress the small lever and shift to the neutral and tap the lever further down to bring it to the 4L level. Thus, the most important lesson for today is that in order to shift to 4L, you have to bring your vehicle to a halt, and once you deploy 4L, your speed should be restricted to not more than 15 kilometers per hour. "4L" is primarily used when you have to go over very uneven terrains at a low speed. Rock crawling, sand dunes, soft sand, steep hills and declines, etc. are some of the landscapes on which the 4L does wonderful. Now that you have mastered the art of playing with the small lever next to the gear lever, you can go out into the wild and enjoy the beauty around you, enjoy nature to the hilt, and admire the wonderful animals that inhabit this beautiful world of ours.